Hey guys, it's Christopher from Honey Money SG. Now you can see today I have a totally different backdrop. So totally discussing about new topics that I haven't explored. So first thing I want to talk about this time is really why you will never retire, right? You see, we have a lot of reasons why we shouldn't retire or why we cannot retire. But ultimately, it only boils down to two things. And in this episode, I'll just touch on the first one, right? You make poor decisions. I don't know about you, but many people around me in this generation actually makes really poor decisions. Now, I'm not just talking about financial decisions, but things like life priorities and career. So I think you heard enough about financial, so I'll leave it in the last. But let's talk about life priorities. You see, as part of this society growing up, we are all in this narrative that we should all study hard in the school, do well for like exams, go to a great school, carry on to the next institution of higher level, and then come out, graduate, and get a good job, right? Because that's the priority of us when we're young as a student. But have you ever wondered why is everyone subjected to the same narrative, right? If you judge a fish by its ability to climb trees, then it will forever be an idiot. And because in the current Asian society, there's so much focus on science, math, instead of expanding to other areas of focus like arts, creativity, entrepreneurship, and technical skills, right? I've always wondered in my teenage life, like, why is everyone put through the same level of examination, trying to judge them on the same basis, where everyone have different skills and abilities in their lives? And you think that once you graduate and you land a good job, then you can work till 65 and get your cushy retirement life that you have always been dreaming for. But the truth is, life does not work out that way. You see, when you're out of high school, determining your next step of life, which is university or college, people will ask, why did you not go to public universities who are perceived to be better? And then it makes you question yourself too, like, are people who came out from public universities really better from private universities? And you go into college life having that mindset that you are inferior to a public university student if you are engaged in a private university. But then when you came out to the society and work, then you realize that all this while, your life may have been a lie. Because when you graduate, everyone starts from the same foot. The company does not really care beyond your first job whether you have good grades, because the company pays you on the value that you can bring to the company, right? In our school life, we've always been taught that if you get good grades, you will be rewarded, right? If you get good grades, you get a scholarship, you get sponsored trips all around the world, you go on exchange programs that are sponsored by other people's money. But the truth is, in the working world, most of the companies only pay you on the value that you can bring to them, and not on the hours that is exchangeable. So in a way, we are kind of tricked into society, exchanging our time for money, and forever hating the job that we are currently doing because it does not pay well or the boss treats you bad. Which brings me to the point of making poor decisions, because right now, as you have more economic power, you desire greater things, greater materialistic things. When you have the power to buy more things, you want to upgrade to the next level, like buying a bigger house, having a bigger car, having more luxury items, and getting that dream renovation that will feature you on Stack Homes or CNA Insider, just like this one. You see, every of your peer around you growing up, having engaged with their partners, going through the wedding ceremony, which may be in a 5-star hotel that they probably could not afford, but are just banking on the fact that you will give them enough red packet money to help them tide over the wedding finances. And then when you got your BTO flat, you see this kind of renovation advertisements showing really nice work done in other people's houses, right? And then your wife or your husband tells you, hey dear, we also need to do that to impress our neighbors and our friends. And there you go. You see, your priority in life is always about impressing others and never about choosing what you really want to do. Have you realized it? From the start of a young, you're getting good grades just to impress your parents and make them happy. When you are in the work life, it's always about impressing the bosses and make the corporation happy. When you're getting married, it's always about impressing your spouse and making her family happy. But all this while, have you thought that whether you are happy yourself, if your priority is to make someone else happy in your life, then I think you will never be happy. And that is why you will never retire, because it's always about impressing somebody along the line. When you had that $1 million that you desire and you feel that this amount is enough for you to retire, there's always somebody out there with $2 million, $5 million, $10 million. And then you felt that, hey, I'm not that enough, I'm not sufficient. to do that retirement life that I've been dreaming. So you go back on your hedonistic treadmill, trying to earn more money before you can retire, but found that maybe your health at this stage is really starts to decline. Your peers around you are starting to have great illnesses at this age, and some of them may have even passed away due to unnatural causes. And that's when you start to realize in life, maybe it's time to really take a step back and really relax, take a slower pace of life, and not work 12 hours a day trying to impress your bosses and your corporate life. And let's take a step back to talk about priorities in your retirement. You see, a lot of parents want the best for their kids, right? They want to send them to the best schools, they want to send them overseas to study, and they even want to support them on their wedding expenses, housing expenses, and even renovation expenses. Now, if you are a wealthy parent, then by all means, I think this is good to put a head start on your child's career and being ahead of others. But the fact is, if you really do want to retire, you have to put your own needs before your child, because you will likely pass away before your child passes, right? So really do take care of yourself first before taking care of your kid. So life is always about making decisions, and making poor ones can really deviate you from the goal that you are really searching for. Anyway, this is not a motivational speech. This is just my reflection of what I have in this very nice neighborhood park just along the river. But give it a thought, right? In my next episode, I will really tell you why you will never retire in a different format compared to other kind of financial journals that tell you why you cannot retire financially. I'll tell you about the spiritual part. Okay, with that, hope that you have learned something and add value to your life. Please do remember to like and share this to your family and friends, and consider subscribing if you haven't. My name is Christopher. This is Honey Money SG, steering young adults to financial independence.